Hey, how's it going? I am super excited because tomorrow is my 34th birthday, celebrating 34 years around the sun, and I thought it would be super fun and special to share with you my birthday experience with food, freedom, and body trust, and really show you what that looks like firsthand from my experience. If you're new here, hi, my name is Rachel Goodman. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist who's here to help you heal your relationship with food and body image so you can eat with freedom and trust and ultimately feel good and live life beyond your plate. If this is your dream, if you just want food to be peaceful and easy and feel good in your body, make sure to subscribe right now to this channel so you don't miss any videos that will help you do just that. Okay, so birthday plans. There aren't any fancy birthday plans this year. I am basically gonna make myself a cake. Yes, make myself a cake. Why am I making it for myself? Because I believe in being an active participant of your life. I used to wait around hoping that someone's gonna celebrate it for me or do XYZ for me. And don't get me wrong, I have amazing people in my life who do celebrate with me and celebrate me, but I've come to a point in my life I decided I am no longer waiting around for someone else to celebrate me. I'm gonna start celebrating myself in the way that I want to. And yeah, if someone does something special for me, it's amazing, it's awesome, I am so grateful for it, but there's no longer that expectation. So there's also no longer a place for disappointment. And I'm such a believer in that because you find more joy in that. And so I started making myself birthday cakes. Sometimes I invite people over, sometimes not. This year I had a baby a month ago, so I am not up for having like a whole party that I'm hosting at all. So I am making this carrot cake, which I would like for you to join me in making it. And I invited a good friend over to come tomorrow morning for breakfast and enjoy it with me because I also know she's gonna appreciate this cake. And no one in my family actually likes this cake, which I'm not complaining about, more for me. Okay, so let's get to making this cake. This is literally the best carrot cake ever. I'm using regular flour. You don't have to healthify everything. You know, I used to make these recipes and try to find ways to make it healthier and add more fiber, make it more low calorie. And then I would end up tasting the baked good that I made and I'm like, ugh, this is not good. Of course it's not good if you're not following the recipe, and it's healthy to be able to enjoy food without guilt according to the recipe instructions. So I've stopped doing that for the most part, unless I'm making like an alternative that is more nutrient dense because I want to, because I enjoy it. When I follow a recipe from someone else's cookbook, I follow it the way they wrote it because usually it tastes best that way. And then you don't end up feeling deprived because you make it according to the instructions. It actually tastes really good. It satisfies you versus trying to make all these adjustments, putting in applesauce and putting in almond milk instead of regular milk unless you're lactose intolerant, or all these like, you know, healthier or really more low calorie ingredients, which doesn't necessarily make it healthier. And the result is not a very yummy product. And then you eat it and you're like, ugh, this is not as good as I thought it was. You're not as satisfied, and that makes you crave all these other things and leads to disordered eating, to binge eating, to the all or none mentality. So next time you're making a recipe, just make it the way it says, unless you want a more nutrient dense recipe to begin with. So select that to begin with versus taking a regular recipe and trying to healthify it yourself, which really isn't a very healthy behavior. What is a carrot cake without cinnamon? So I want to pause a moment and share with you, like I said, this whole cake is pretty much for me. My family is not into carrot cake. Yes, I'll share with my friend, but pretty much there's not many people to eat this cake other than me. And I'm still not making myself a little muffin. I'm making myself a whole cake because I love this cake. And here's the thing. In the past, there is no way that I would allow a whole cake where no one else is eating but me in the house because I wouldn't trust myself. I would say things like, oh my gosh, I can't control myself, I need to get out of the house, or I would engage in all or none mentality. Once I would have a bite, I'm like, okay, fine, let me go to town on this entire cake and, you know, till I feel gross, and then I'll start fresh tomorrow. And either way, it would be stressful and I would not end up feeling good. Now, what's so amazing about trusting yourself with food is exactly that. You trust yourself with food. I know that I'm gonna be making this cake. I'm gonna enjoy however much feels good, and then I'm gonna slice it up into individual slices, wrap it, put it in the freezer so that I can enjoy it whenever I want in the future. And I know it's not my only chance, and I'm not freaked out to have it in the house. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm gonna make this cake, enjoy the process of making it and sharing it with you, enjoy the frosting, enjoy having a slice with my friend, and then guess what? I'll keep enjoying it when I want. And the thing about that is, you'd think, wouldn't my body just want the whole thing, the whole cake? Well, think about it. Are you gonna feel good having a whole bunch of slices in one sitting? No, when you tune into your body and you actually listen, that's not gonna feel good. And so over time, I've learned to build that trust with myself and listen to my body. And now when it comes to birthdays, I can make myself a birthday cake, get fired up about it, get excited about it, make it with the actual ingredients it calls for, have a friend over, be present, and then I'm already planning on how I'm gonna slice it up, put it in the freezer, and enjoy it over time, whether it's a few weeks or even a few months. This is what it's like when you have a healthy relationship with food and body trust. You don't need some fancy occasion to enjoy birthday cake or to enjoy cake in general. Yes, it's my birthday, I'm gonna enjoy my birthday cake, but it's not my only chance, so it helps me actually slow down, listen to my body, and know that I can have it again later, so there's no urgency to eat it all while I can. So while the cake is baking, I wanted to share a fun fact with you. My birthday is a Jewish fast day called Tisha B'Av, and it's actually the saddest day on the Jewish calendar. The reason I'm sharing this is because I think it's ironic and hilarious that the intuitive eating dietitian was born on a fast day. Now, I usually fast my birthday, but every once in a while, my birthday lands on Shabbos, Sabbath, Shabbat, however you call it, and therefore it gets pushed off because we don't fast on Shabbos. So this year, the fast lands on Shabbos, tomorrow, Saturday, but we're going to be fasting on Sunday. But technically, I am not fasting on my actual birthday, and that makes eating cake so much more exciting and joyful. That being said, you're probably wondering, Rachel, how does fasting and intuitive eating go together? Can it go together? And the answer is you absolutely can observe religious fasting or other kinds of restrictions like keeping kosher, which I do, or being vegan or having medical restrictions. All those things can fall under the umbrella of eating intuitively. It really is nuanced and depends on what your intention is, what your mindset is, what your baseline is in your relationship with food. And if you're curious to learn more about that, I have a podcast episode on religious fasting, which you can check out in the link in the description. I'll put it there and you can go listen to it. Okay, the cake is baked and cooling, and it's time to make the frosting. Okay, now the cake is ready. I've popped in the fridge and we're gonna wait till tomorrow to enjoy it. I'm so excited. I will share with you how that goes. So stick around, stay tuned. Okay, so I couldn't film my actual birthday because it was on Shabbos, but let me tell you, it was glorious. My friend came over, we each cut into a slice. First of all, look at the inside of this cake. I was actually surprised that it looked like so good, right? I'm totally impressed with myself, tooting my own horn. But anyway, it was so good, in fact, that I really wanted another slice. So you know what? I had another slice, I enjoyed it, and then easily stopped. Didn't think about it at all. The cake continued to sit on the table, but it wasn't a stress. It wasn't a battle with the cake. I had however much felt good and was able to stop. And then I moved on with my day, did not think about it, did not try to compensate, didn't worry about it. And it is so much more joyful to enjoy food from this place. And I was able to be present with my friend, engage in that conversation, focus on what really matters. I have this much left. How amazing. Having this much cake left in my house in the past would stress me out. Now, because I know that I can have it whenever I want, and I've paired that with being in tune with my body and wanting to feel good, having something like this in my house does not stress me out. If anything, it's exciting to know that I have this available. I'm gonna slice these up into individual slices, wrap them up, put them in the freezer so that when I do want a slice, I take it out, I defrost it, and I have a nice fresh slice of cake whenever I am in the mood. And if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my God, I wish I can do that, and you're struggling and thinking, how in the world am I gonna get to this place? I highly recommend getting my free guide called 3 Steps to Stop Feeling Out of Control with Food, where I guide you step by step on the essential things that you need to do to be able to enjoy your favorite foods, whatever it is for you, and feel good too. You can go ahead and download it for free as a great starting step to healing your relationship with food in a way that works. Birthday week is not over. My husband and I have plans to go out Wednesday night to a new restaurant, which I'm really excited to check out, and I'm gonna take you along. Good morning. Today is the day my husband and I are going out to eat for my birthday. I'm really excited. We're gonna go try out a new restaurant. Well, it's not a new restaurant, but it's new for us. It's called Sensacana in the city. And that's the part that's also exciting about food freedom. You're not scared to get out of your comfort zone. You're not scared to try new places and new things. We're going out to eat tonight, and honestly, I have a really busy day. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm not trying to save calories or compensate or earn my way to eating out at a restaurant. I'm not worried that I'm gonna go out of control. It's just so easy. What I am doing is what I always like to do in putting my focus on eating in a way that feels good, because I want to show up to the restaurant feeling good. Because when you feel good, you are more inclined to continue listening to your body, to be more in tune, to make choices that continue the cycle of positivity. So when I arrive at the restaurant, I'm really gonna be in tune with my body and continue making choices that feel good. And by the way, that choice can be dessert. Feeling good doesn't mean you're only choosing vegetables. So this morning I woke up as usual, ate breakfast as usual. I also just finished having a really yummy cherry mixed berry smoothie with yogurt. And I'm not counting calories or trying to compensate or worried. And like I said, there's just like so much to do, taking care of a newborn, recording this YouTube channel. It's actually my daughter's birthday as well, so I have to plan her birthday bags and her birthday party, etc., etc. Life is busy, thank God. You don't have time to stress out about food. You gotta live life beyond your plate, and it will open up so many more experiences that are so exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and live my life as one does, and I'll come back when we are going out. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I can't wait to take you along. I'll see you soon. Okay, we finally got out of the house and we're on the way. It is a whole production to get out of the house when you have 4 kids. But anyway, we're on our way, and I actually wanna ask my husband here a question to see how well he knows me. When we get to the restaurant, and then they give us the menu, what do I usually ask for when they give us the menu?
Dessert menu?
I actually didn't think you would like guess it.
Huh?
I didn't think you'd guess it. I don't know why. Yep, exactly. He knows me well. I ordered the dessert menu.
Always like this.
Yeah, I ordered the dessert menu, and let me tell you why I get the dessert menu. First of all, it helps to normalize it and reduce the novelty, where you don't have to earn dessert. You could have dessert in the beginning of the meal or with your meal if you want. Second is because my goal when I go out to eat is to enjoy the experience and to enjoy the food and to leave feeling good. Usually, what may happen, and this might be familiar to you, is that you go to the restaurant, you choose what you want from the menu, and by the time dessert comes, you're like really, really full. And then you might not feel so great when you have dessert because you are just super full and sends you over the edge, and then you feel gross, and we don't want that. The reason I get the dessert menu first is because this way I can see from the beginning, first of all, if there's any dessert that I'm thinking to order, because not every time when I want to get a dessert, if it's like something like a molten lava cake, I feel like literally every restaurant has that on their menu, and it's for me, it's like boring, not interesting, and I usually won't order that. But if there's something interesting, I definitely love trying new things, and I know that I'm gonna wanna try it, even if I want it after the meal. This way, I can pace myself if I know that I want it after the meal. And by pace myself, I don't mean I'm gonna earn it and save calories and eat less for it. It's more about how I wanna feel in my body, where I'm thinking, hey, I wanna literally save space and not feel overly full by the time I get to dessert, so I can really enjoy it. But that's also why I order it in the beginning of the meal, because usually I am too full at the end of the meal, and I don't enjoy dessert as much as when it comes with the appetizers, and then I could really enjoy it, take every bite, savor it, and feel good by the end of the meal. When I order dessert, I'm not thinking about, oh my gosh, I ordered dessert, I need to get my bang for my buck, and eat every single bite of the dessert to make it worth it or worthwhile. First of all, you can have dessert not at a restaurant. You can have dessert the next day if you want to. It's not your only chance. And second of all, remember that when you go to a restaurant, you're not paying for every single morsel of food. You're paying for the experience. And the experience might be the whole dessert if you want, or even if you have a few bites, if you enjoy it, that's the experience and it's totally worth it. And you can always ask to take it to go. That's my little tip on ordering dessert and
I knew
feeling
that
at a
you were
restaurant.
and I knew that you're going to ask this question.
How'd you know? I did not tell you before I recorded this though.
I'm telling you, I knew that what is going to be asked.
He knows me so well. Wow. I'm like so
my
touched.
God.
And on my birthday. So that is my little tip on dessert and another way to go to a restaurant and feel your best. Yeah, so I'm gonna shut this down, be in the present moment. When I get there, I'll see like kind of the vibe and what we could record there, but I'll let you know what we order, how it goes. Can't wait. Okay, so one thing I forgot to mention is don't worry what other people think about what you're ordering, what your plate looks like. On more than one occasion, when I have ordered dessert with the appetizers, the waiter would react with, oh, okay, so I'll bring it for dessert. And I'm like, no, I want it with the appetizers. And he was like, with the appetizers? Are you sure? I said, yes, I am very sure. You know what you enjoy, you know what feels good to you. Stop worrying about what other people think. They do not reside in your body. They don't get a say or an opinion on what you eat or how you eat it. So if you have a dessert that you want to order with your appetizers and try that out, go for it. It is your choice. It is your body. It is your plate. Not your plate, not your business. Order what you want and enjoy it. You know what feels best for you. We made it. My husband's looking for parking. We actually arrived really late because until the kids fell asleep, till we got out. Now we're looking for parking. It's actually 8:45, and here's the thing. Your body still knows how to digest food after 7 p.m. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna order, we're gonna enjoy our food without guilt, without worrying about it. Your life continues after 7 p.m. Your life doesn't just shut down after 7. And your body doesn't just shut down after 7. It's not a restaurant kitchen that closes at a certain time. So it's okay to enjoy food after 7 p.m., especially if you're going out, having a good time. You're gonna miss out on a lot of life if you don't allow yourself to eat after 7 p.m. Pay attention to how you feel instead of all the noisy food rules. So I'll go in, order, and enjoy some really yummy food, hopefully. I don't know how, I've heard the food is yummy. I'm hoping that is definitely the case. Okay, so we finally get inside. It has a really nice vibe, and I look over the dessert menu. Nothing looks interesting. I'm totally not in the mood of anything on the menu, so it's pretty simple. I don't order dessert. I did try out sake for the first time, which is a Japanese alcoholic beverage made with fermented rice, which I thought was really cool. It was really fun to try a new beverage, and it was way more exciting and much more enjoyable when you aren't worried about calories. We also got this amazing beef tataki is what it's called. Oh my God, delicious, amazing sushi. This place is known for its fish, and the sea bass was out of this world. And of course I had to also taste from my husband's dish because I got to taste it all. It was so nice and so freeing to be able to look over the menu and order what I actually want and what actually sounds good, and to be able to be present with my husband and talk and connect and really enjoy that time together instead of being distracted or stressed by food rules I was way too tired to film this when we got home, but what was interesting about this experience is that I think it's one of those few times that I went home without a to-go bag. Usually there is a lot of food and I am pretty full. I want to leave feeling good. And although I do eat more than I usually do when I go out to eat, I also don't want to leave being way too full and uncomfortable. So I do usually take some food to go. And this also helps reduce the scarcity mindset because I'm like, hey, it's not my only chance to enjoy it. I could take it and enjoy it another time. This time I didn't take a to-go bag because the food we ordered was super light. Fish for me doesn't usually make me feel heavy or like super stuffed, especially because the portions were so small. And I also wasn't really in the mood of dessert either. So I was able to fully enjoy the meal and finish off the plate and still feel comfortably full and didn't feel the need to take any food to go. So this is just to tell you that either way, whether you take food to go or you end up eating all the food, either one is okay as long as you know that you're feeling your best in your body in whatever way that works out for you. There is no one right way for things to work out when you go out to eat or when you celebrate something. I hope you've enjoyed following me along on this birthday experience, and I hope that it has inspired you, encouraged you, and given you some helpful tips to enjoy your next event. Whether it's your birthday, anniversary dinner, or just a date night with the girls or the guys. Leave the guilt behind, leave the food rules behind. It's all gonna help you be so much more in tune with your body and enjoy your life, to be present with the people that you're with, to celebrate the moments that matter. And remember to celebrate yourself, to celebrate all of yourself, not just on your birthday, but every day, because you're worth it and you're amazing, just as you are right now. Let me know in the comments what your takeaway is, what other content you'd like to see from me. And make sure to subscribe so you get notified when a new video goes up to help you find food freedom, body peace, and live your best life. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.